And you're welcome. It's time for What's Up and About, and we have a very interesting story here that Titi brought to our note only just this morning, something we want to talk about and discuss the dynamics of being married.
Yeah, well, hey.
That's how I'll put it.
So there's a serial ranter here that posted this. One night I plugged my wife is fond of using her phone till the battery runs low, and I'm always the one charging it for her. Every night before we go to bed, as I plug mine, I plug hers too. And it became my responsibility to charge her phone. I got tired of reminding her. She's always telling me to charge it for her, so I decided to teach her a lesson. Now, when I saw that line, I'm like, okay,
yeah, famous last words.
Next page says, he plugged in his phone and he left hers unplugged, and the next morning, her battery went out, and of course, NEPA did what they do. So she was upset, obviously, and he asked her if he's happy.
Am I your designated
charger? And then she didn't say anything, right? And the next morning, he's preparing for work and couldn't find any of his things. He couldn't find his wallet, couldn't find his car keys, couldn't find his belt and his socks. And he went to work late that day because of all the things he couldn't find. Suffice to say, when he got back that day, he plugged in his wife's phone.
So this is I was, you know, these things they put on Instagram where they were like, hey, great couple, how long have you guys been together? What lessons do you have for the younger couples? There was an old couple who had been together for decades, a long time, perhaps 50 years, and there was something they said. You have to treat marriage as if it's not a competition. It is not a competition. Nobody has exclusive rights to do this or is assigned to do that or do this. If you do one for you, you do for the other. So thinking that, no, this is your responsibility doesn't work. And that's what I see here. Thinking that, can't you just do your own? You have to note that while you're living as two different people, you're actually connected as one. So your partner perhaps is already doing stuff that they didn't even consider as an assignment. It's just in their lives to get it done. But by the time you start to nitpick and say, I charged your phone yesterday, you should iron my shirt today. That's when it becomes a bit of a, you know.
But then again, the fact that he wanted to teach her a lesson, it just felt a little, I don't know what term to use. It just felt strange to me. What was so hard in just plugging the phone?
It's not, I don't think it's that deep, to be very honest. Even I tried to teach her a lesson, I don't think it's that deep. I just figured out, like why can't you actually charge your, like, it's not even like just charge the phone. It's not, it's not, and the truth is, I think now is because it begins to come around because my husband also charges my phone. So it's thing, because a lot, I actually went through the comments and I realized a lot of women said it, that their husbands actually charge the phone. Because I noticed, and sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, where's my phone? It's like, I charged this for you. And I'm like, just leave the, sometimes I'm like, just leave the phone there. But he knows that if he leaves it there, it's
He'll never get charged.
Exactly. So, and it's funny because when he's not around,
I charge my phone.
Yeah, you remember that you have to because there's nobody to do it for you that time.
But there are little things, like the socks aspect. You know, most men when they come home, they've probably been in traffic, probably tired. And then the wife is just like seeing one sock here, one sock in the kitchen.
As it
and
is
you're like, and then you just pick things up. Even for your kids, the kids drop things around. In the morning when you're getting ready for school, they can't find anything. There's just some little responsibilities we take for granted are being, you know, done for us. But that nitpicking of why do I have to do this for you all the time? That is the issue I have.
But he realized it now that the charging that when he plugs his phone, his car keys are right.
They come forth.
His charging of his wife's phone is directly proportional to his.
But what are those little things that you know that sometimes you forget to do that your partner does for you?
Let me see now. Just like the guy, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
I would only know what it is that I think I'm doing. And if you were to ask my partner, she'd tell you, I can't remember what he does for me. For instance, I don't think my wife knows where a fueling station is. I can't just runs all the time.
Are you serious?
Isha just has fueling it.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
If there's a dent, it just disappears in like 5 days. It heals itself. You know, but I just think, for me, it's just my responsibility. I don't have to say, no, you have to go buy fuel, or you have to go fix the car. Or kind of like my life.
The one I noticed was printing stuff. So we had this very complicated looking printer. And this was some years ago. And I'd never even bothered to read a manual or even figure out how. I just send the documents to my husband and somehow he just prints it. And then when he wasn't around to print it, I was there for, I think I was there for at least 45 minutes trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
I know I'm not dumb. This is just a printer.
What's the one thing you do for him that he doesn't know? Like right now, he's like, this thing just miraculously appeared here in the car.
Yeah, his briefs and his underwear always appear. In
they
drawer.
self-wash.
They appear, they just appear, and then when you can't find them, so that one, right. I know I do.
Yeah, what's one thing your husband thinks just happens?
Yeah.
One thing he thinks to be honest, I can't think of anything right now.
Really?
But to be honest, if you flip that question, it's like
a lot of things.
Whenever he travels, I'm like,
wait.
Like, what's now going to happen to me?
Baby girl life ends.
Like, no.
Who's gonna put on the generator?
I know what it is. I know what it is.
What is it?
The generator.
Exactly.
Oh, God, it's
generator.
everything.
No, the generator.
It's from the generator to fueling to like recently I went to the gas station to literally buy
How do they
gas,
do this?
and I'm like,
what do you guys do when you get here?
I'm having like my brain is shaking.
Is there a special person that comes to you with a gas cylinder all wrapped up? Madam, take.
Yeah.
Give me the other one.
I'm telling you, it's everything to be honest. Like from gen to lights to water to even drinking water, and I'm like, water is to finish.
Hey, if you're married, perhaps you also kind of like experience these kinds of little moments. I'm sure that it gets very interesting when you start to take people's very individual experiences. I would like to know. So please, why don't you do this? Just send us a WhatsApp message, or rather, not a WhatsApp message. Send us a message using the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tell us that one little thing that your husband or your wife doesn't really know that you get done for them out of love, or I'm not saying out of spite. It's just, hey, it's the start of December, so let's show love all the way up until the end. So let's know. It will be very interesting to see and also very fun to read your comments as well.
All right, then. We'll be taking a quick break and be back with more.